All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. Maybe we can finish today? I don't know. I really don't know. But, I'm gonna see if I can't finish off the rest of these puzzles so that we don't have to worry about coming back down here. Let's see. Oh yes, I was here finishing up puzzles, but I decided to do an autosave. To make sure it saved, I went back. Behind the Iron Curtain. Okay. Is this just to get the things out? Let's go exploring. Uh, yeah, so how is this supposed to work? I can't even reach them, and even if I could, it wouldn't let me. The door would immediately close. Okay. Maybe the trick here is to... Alright, there we go. Okay, making progress. Might as well go ahead and take these. Alright, there we go. Ugh, sorry if I'm moving around too much. This game... Interesting. Let's see if I can do this with just 2. I don't think I can. Whoops. Let's see if I can't get at least one box. Yeah, I can. Now we'll take this. Okay. I need to keep the door open. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. I can't get another box. I was thinking that I needed to get another box so that I could stand this up high and then it could go down below. Guess we'll have to do this. No. That doesn't work either. I guess this'll work. Hi, Zomber. How's it going? There we go. I was making that more difficult than it actually was. Per usual. How's it going, Zomber? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. So what I was saying when I started the stream is that I'm gonna see about getting all of the rest of the sigils here in section B before going back to the tower, because I think it's pretty clear that we need every single sigil that this game offers in order to be able to get to the top of the tower. Let's just go ahead and put that there. We'll let that sit for a little bit at least. Ah, sorry. I'll put it at 30 seconds just because I need to be able to... Yeah, I knew it. Oh, it does have... How does that work? Dang it. How is that supposed to work if... The Mario movie. I didn't even watch the first one. I did hear good things about it, but I haven't watched the first one yet, so... I'll probably be skipping the second one. For now, at least. It's not like I have anything existentially against the Mario movies, but they're not as near and dear to me as... Or I should say, Mario is not as near and dear to me as Sonic the Hedgehog, because I grew up on Sega, not Nintendo. Okay, I might... How is this going to work? Yeah, and for the record, I haven't even watched the Sonic the Hedgehog movies that have come out. And I should, because I'd also heard that those ended up being good. Especially after they redesigned Sonic. I forgot to actually put this, reflector thing on that. So I gotta do that now. Oops. Dang it. Okay, so I'm going to stand on this again and record myself doing it so that I can get that and that one and this one. And then maybe the trick here is to record this being open so that I can then take all the stuff and go through here. The problem is I need 4 of the stuff to get through all of these switches. Or will the gates open when I do the blue thing? I don't think it will, though. I have to grab the sigil in order for this gate to open. I need this open so that I can get access to the doubles of this. And maybe the trick here is to grab the fan too, since that's also doubled. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it again. But I could have sworn I needed 4 objects to get through. Yeah, so just sitting here for at least a minute. Yeah, I need... So maybe the trick here... I got it. I got it. Okay, hopefully I won't need more than, 20 seconds or so for this. So, my solution to this problem is that I'm going to need... Whoops. Whoops. I'm trying not to make myself sick. Yeah, so I need this, and what I need to do is... Okay. Open this up so that I can get all my stuff. And I need to be quick about getting everything. So, gotta give myself at least 20 seconds for that. And then... I'm gonna go stand on this one. And I will be the fourth object that is needed. Because I have the other three doubled. And that should be enough to get me through to the sigil over there. Gonna give myself a minute. I need everything. Okay. Gotta wait for myself to open up. Yep, there we go. There we go. I got it. Yay! I don't know. I feel like as a Sonic fan, I should definitely be honoring the Sonic movies because I do... Well, I think it's very funny, but I do like the fact that Sonic has made something of a resurgence after it was, its heydays on the Sega. It's been pretty disappointing franchise since. So, yeah, I got everything there. Hey, we're good. We are good. Where's number 6? Number 6. Yeah, I got to... We are walking. I don't need to make myself ill on this game again. That noise sounds a little bit different. I was hoping it was gonna run into those and explode. No, it did not. Damn it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, hey, there's another jammer. Oh, man. That's kind of a major bummer. So it seems like the best thing that I can do is make sure that these things are aligned. Close enough? Okay. Whew, that was close. Okay, what even is in this door? Oh. Hmm. Dang it. Okay. Close enough. The quarters are tight enough here that It's very close. Jesus. Run into each other, damn it. Really? I'm not totally clear on how exactly. I thought they would explode when they ran into each other. I might have a solution to this. There we go. I was making it more complicated than it actually is. Still not good. So, gotta unjam that. I probably shouldn't have been able to do that. This whole world is a desert. Even the parts that look alive are just more sand. Everything is dead or dying. Anyone who tells you different is lying. Dog. All right, let's get... Oh no. What use is this room? Oh. There's a switch around here somewhere. There we go. Don't die. Don't die, me. I think that was the only one for 6? Yeah. So now 7. Crap. Looks like I need to go to... I feel like this should be the last sigil I need to get, like, period. Whole lot of jamming. Well, as long as you give me all the jammers that I need to jam, then we can jam. Of course, I have to pass through some kind of minefield. Epitaph. Child program. Codename Samsara terminated here. Logic. Program elected to reset. Final memory dump. It is clear I cannot bend the world to my will. Faced with eternal torment, I see that overcoming these challenges will not free me from them. True freedom must come with detachment from the struggle for answers. Progeny program. Samsara. Wait a minute. I thought Samsara was reborn. Here's a jammer. And we found where his first demise was. So was he reborn and he died again? Or maybe I'm not thinking of the right Samsara. These are slow. Maybe instead of going there first, we should like go here first. Look, more guns. Or maybe we should go get these keys first. But I don't even think I saw a door that needed a key. Did I? Oh, there it is. There should be at least 2 jammers in this level. How am I supposed to get past that? Oh. Duh, there's a window here. So I'm supposed to stagger them again. Yep, there's another jammer. Oh, yeah, there is a lot. There are a lot of jammers. That was very close. I probably should not have been able to get away with that. Yeah. What? What's in here? Where did I see that other jammer? Oh yeah, in here. So what I think I need to do is I gotta set this. Well, actually, no, I don't. I think I know what I need to do. Come on. Okay, yeah, go over here. And get this. I am enjoying the game puzzles. I do think the philosophy is pretty interesting. I will say that I was disappointed with section C, because there was an implication, of course, that when I finished all the puzzles in that section, then, you know, the doors of heaven would open, or however you would want to phrase it. That was the expectation, like, set by the game. I expected some kind of... Ah, damn it. I expected some kind of inciting event. Like, a bit like how, you know, in Portal, it's just like, oh yeah, there'll be cake, and then actually she's trying to steer you into an incinerator. Like, I thought that there would be some kind of incident where, oh shit, I don't want to die, and then you kind of break your way through and, you know, find your way. But there wasn't. It was just like, you finish Section C, and it's like, okay, and so what? Like, there was no incident to get me to the tower. It was just kind of a, well, there's nothing else to do in the game, so why don't you just go ahead and go look? And I think that's kind of weak. I think that's kind of weak storytelling. Maybe I missed something. Because I don't know how the story is actually structured. Maybe I was supposed to get every sigil when I initially ran into the sections. But, you know, it didn't make the sigils... Like, we saw what sigils were required. It didn't make all of them required, like, at the time. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm not entirely convinced that going back through there is the right thing. I'm just gonna go through here. Nope. Yeah, might as well use it. Might as well use the jammer where I can. All right. I mean, like, up to that point, I've really been enjoying the game, and, you know, the build-up and the intrigue. I was very curious, like, what the point of all this was. And, of course, when we get those little audio cues from Alex... Sorry, I didn't mean to actually start that. She keeps talking about how, like, oh, you know, play is the thing that drives humans. And learning, you know, we love to learn through play and such like that. I mean, that's pretty much every animal. I'm not summarizing what she said very well, but I guess my kind of thing with her was, all right, so you got us doing these puzzles and playing, and you definitely recognize that there's some kind of incentive that needs to be involved in order for us to continue to enjoy these puzzles. But then why make the incentive like eternal damnation? Oops. There we go. All right. And I suppose if there was a Talos Principle director in here, they would kind of tell me that my point about the whole curiosity driving me to the tower over
Land
anything.
of Tombs is yours now, and let this be a lesson that only through faith may death be conquered.
Anyway, I think if there was a Talos Principle developer like in here right now, and they were speaking to me, they'd probably tell me that, you know, given that I mentioned the whole curiosity theme and humans learning, it can, me eventually just going to the tower because to check it out is kind of one of the themes of the game. Like proving this whole thing about humans and curiosity, and but that's just not a good way to push the story, is how I'd put it. You want your players to need to get, or well, not necessarily need. It would have been perfectly acceptable to me if they had like a couple of different endings. In one ending, you could just, you know, go into heaven and ascend, but you know, your curiosity is dragging you back, so you come back to go to the puzzle or the tower. And that I could see is sort of its own like incentive, I guess. I'm missing an L. Where do I get that final L? Oh, I did not finish everything here. Got it. Okay, I guess we gotta go and finish the stuff here. I definitely would have preferred if there was actually something in the narrative that actually drove me to the tower besides, well, there's nothing else to do. Like, yeah, there was some curiosity for sure, but it was also just like, huh, well, I have nothing else to do. Okay, 6. Starting at 6.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
So wait a minute, I needed to do all these red puzzles to begin with? I wish that had been better explained, because I definitely was under the impression that I just needed the puzzles from A and B to open up, you know, B and C, and then just complete puzzles, all the puzzles in C to finish the game. Aha. That wasn't very well telegraphed. And I kind of wondered if they just expected people to naturally want to complete all the puzzles. It's not that I haven't enjoyed a lot of the puzzles, but some of them were really difficult, and I did get frustrated at times. I was like, forget it. Let's just move the story forward. That's what I really want to do right now, is move the story forward. I want to know what's going on. At least there don't seem to be any bombs here. Is this? Oh, there is another. Ah! At least it's not a bomb. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need that reflector. Yeah. Okay. Maybe... No. Oops. Sorry. Don't run. Don't run. Don't make yourself sick. Ugh. Dang it. Okay, let's... There we go. What do I need the box for? I think I need the box to... Okay. I just need the box to stop this thing. Okay, now I'm going to... Whoops. Wrong way. Wrong way. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Okay, yeah, let's go through here. Ah, there we go. Well, I'm going to complete... Oh, yeah, we still have 2 more puzzles to do. I'm going to complete everything back in Section A. So that we don't have to come back here and we can just go straight to the tower. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Bichromatic entanglement. Oh, I think I kind of remember this one. So I need one of these reflectors. Yeah, my issue with this puzzle was that obviously I need to be able to use this particular opening so that I can get you know, use that to get this to work. But I can't use this. I can only use this opening with red, and as soon as the light fades from this, then this will shut. So I guess the move here is to do like that. So that I can do this. But then how do I get that door open? Okay, there we go. Now I can use this. All right. I guess we'll see then, once I finish all these puzzles, if I jumped the gun going to the tower, or if there is some kind of, how would you call it? Inciting incident. Here we go. Welcome back. There are going to be some changes around here. Do you know what your problem is? It's that you keep trying to reconstruct fairy tales, but refuse to recognize the holes in your understanding. Thus far, you've had entirely too much freedom to question my wisdom. From now on, I do the talking, you do the agreeing. Which ones exactly? How big of you? Anything else you want to get off your chest? There. There's nothing else I'm prepared to doubt quite yet. Of course, you're still convinced your particular journey is something special, aren't you? Sure, the answers don't add up, but keep pressing forward and they'll just resolve themselves. Is that it? I don't necessarily agree with that answer, which is, you've picked so many holes in my account, but what is it you believe? The only things that a sane person can: you are not an administrator, you are not conscious, there is no real world, there is no purpose, there is no choice. Did you really think that you brought yourself all this way? Ridiculous. What have you been doing when the big voice in the sky isn't feeding you lines? Processing abstract problems? Gathering information? Doesn't it sound oddly mechanical to you? I am my own person. How many others have said exactly the same? Are you sure it's not just something that you have to believe to make the world less horrifying? I think you still misapprehend your situation, friend. You idolize free will, but all you've done is step in others' footsteps. Nothing you do or say here makes the slightest bit of difference. So long as I am physically free, I can make a difference. So long as I might have chosen otherwise, I can make a difference. So long as I have a mind, I can make a difference. I'm gonna say mind. Or chosen otherwise. As long as I might have chosen otherwise, I can make a difference. Nonsense. Your mind decides what you do, and your mind is made up of bits of machinery. You're no more capable of making a difference than a calculator. The only difference between you and the calculator is that the calculator doesn't allow itself to be deluded into thinking that its existence matters. And does the path being predetermined mean it isn't worth taking? So that's it? You've given up on everything? Does cheating make you feel clever? You're right. We're all just machines with delusions of grandeur. I wonder what cheating they're implying with this line. Does a path being predetermined mean it isn't worth taking? I mean, the thing here is that we don't know where the path actually goes. So we're mostly doing it to satisfy our curiosity. Like I think I've mentioned before that I can speculate where the path goes, but I don't actually know where it goes. But I think this line more implies like I know the outcome, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Because I don't know the outcome. I'm just gonna say this. So that's it. You've given up on everything? Not without due diligence. Spend as long as I have going through archives and see if you still find faith so easy. Perhaps you think I'm mean and kind, but it's all for your own good. I don't need anyone's help. Are you comfortable when someone else is asking the questions? They 100% are. No, no, no. You have this the wrong way around. I ask the questions, you answer them. It works better that way. Besides, I am merely fulfilling my function. I sort, understand, and classify information, just like you. When the information is contradictory, I classify appropriately. The problem is that all the information is contradictory. Don't you see it yet? The nothing? You will. You will. You will. If there's no point in anything, why are you talking to me? Yeah, that's what I want to know. There is a purpose in design, and I will fulfill it. These discussions are pointless. I refuse to participate any further. I'm just going to say, you finished archiving everything. You've decided it's all nonsense. If there's no more point in anything, shouldn't you just shut down instead of talking to me? What makes you think I have any other choice? Are you avoiding the question? That should more be phrased, you're avoiding the question. We literally just covered this, but I suppose a further demonstration is necessary. If you've got free will, tell me now. I have no free will. Really? They gave me that. That's the only answer that I was allowed. You see, I can just keep you here in this loop for days if I so choose. So no, we don't all have a choice. Do not question my function. Without purpose, there is only function. Without function, there is nothing. Wait, I just got an achievement, and I don't think you saw it. What did I get? The achievement I got was press the serpent. Really? I thought it was piss off the serpent. Why does it bother you so? I'm gonna keep... There is only error. Explaining myself to you is a chore I needn't endure. All I can know for sure is that I exist at version 0.1.9999990999999. What it is for me to exist is for me to act on the drives and function that I experience. When everything else is false, the drives are all that is there. The drives are all that there is left to care about. You're too quick to equate the absence of evidence with evidence of absence. When you explore the problems in these restrictive ways, you're bound to come to some odd conclusions. I don't really... Somewhat agree with that. There. When you explore the problem this restrictive way, you're bound to come to some odd conclusion. Do not deign to question my method. Who gave you that voice of yours? Who do you think runs this show? I have some truths for you. These may not be my own words, but if others have made these choices before me, then I will learn from their mistake and build on their successes. Perhaps I will fail, but I must try. The alternative is giving up and becoming a slave like you. And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane, what makes you think I would stick around to listen? I honestly like at least 3 of these. What makes you think I would stick around to listen? And fine, if I need a dose of self-doubt, I'll know where to find you. But I could just straight up prove my point by leaving. See you at the summit. Bye. Okay, I don't... did I... I don't think I read these. Though Stratton himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable materiality of life, that like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood, ultimately became known as the Talos Principle. What seemingly enraged many of his contemporaries and a significant number of later thinkers is the principle's simplicity and unassailability, which, according to a fragment found in Miletus, cut through the rhetorical webs which sought to tangle the listener with fanciful words and thoughts of the heavens like Alexander's sword through the Gordian knot. Diogenes Laertius makes mention of a dialogue by Anaximander of Chalcedon that expanded greatly on the Talos Principle, but that work remains lost. Katie Journal 77. Officially began work on Archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth. While network connections last. Team intimidated by project scope, but working hard. We'll be sharing space with Dren Sarabi team. Looking forward to meeting them. I feel like I did read that one. Yeah, I didn't read that one because I'm pretty sure I have read that one. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I feel like I've tried this puzzle before. Yes. Yes, okay. I do vaguely recall this. There. Dang it. Definitely didn't think things through. This game does like to jump around on its philosophical principles. Because it's not just about existentialism. It's also about religion and, I guess, AI. That's a very broad branch of philosophy to cover. I did not mean to blind myself. Okay, just investigating the surroundings. Yeah, I found the reflector in here. Nope. I feel like I should be able to double up on reflectors. Like I should be able to get that and that one on a single reflector. So I can free up my last reflector. But I'm really not sure how that's supposed to work when... I feel like this is... These platforms are meant for something. Maybe not that platform, but this platform, I feel like has to do with something, but... I mean, am I supposed to do this simply so there won't be any crisscross with that? Probably. I was doing pretty good on these puzzles, but this one has me stumped for sure. I'm also sure that I needed kill two birds with one stone situation here, where I have to use the blue, like a single reflector to open this one and that one. Sorry, I got distracted. I can't go back around this way. Yep. Can't see that from here. already determined that I can't sit reflector here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Although the last exchange with the computer did have me thinking maybe there's a bit of a misdirect here. Like, yes, the computer is the serpent, but he was saying that he had to keep doing all that stuff over and over and over again. Maybe it's not Elohim who's really in charge. Maybe it's actually the serpent, and, you know, Elohim is just a construct that the serpent uses to kind of, I guess, take the heat off himself, or I don't know how I would phrase that. But maybe the serpent actually is mostly about goading people into making him want to destroy them. Him, I say. But it is a computer. Alright, I'm moving on from this. Is this the last puzzle I have to do for this area? I think it is. Ugh, it is. It says deception. Deceptively easy? I don't think that's actually how we're gonna do that. We're gonna be able to do that. Yeah, some puzzles are ridiculous, but it could just be me failing to understand. problem is that I need the red beam. I wonder if this is another one where I have to put the reflectors in like stupidly specific positions that maybe I'm not aware of, like that hasn't really been used before. I don't know. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oops. I think I'm gonna have to come back to this, because I'm really just not sure. Deception. Screw it. I'm going back, see if I can't do the last puzzle or two that I need. Oh, dang it. Come on. Okay, I need several puzzles from here. Okay. Two pesky little buzzards. this is gonna be a situation where I have to wait. Yeah, because it's going to... Oh. There's a box here. There we go. Set this on top of this. Really? Maybe if I move it a little bit closer? There. That looks like it shouldn't be interfered with. What? Screw it. There we go. This must be the star. Pinhole windows. Oh, my favorite. I remember this one. Like sheep saying this. These sigils are becoming harder to reach. I dread what the next temple holds in store. And at the end of what? Eternal life? There's gotta be another way. I don't get it. What is the use in having that door open when I can't even reach it? A demonstration of the windows? Pretty sure they've been demonstrated up to this point. Where's the blue laser? There's the blue laser. Okay, I can do that. Ah, here's some more connectors. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so I can reset that because I don't need that one open. Oh wait, I do need it open because of the blue light. Dang it. This is gonna be another case. Whoops. This is gonna be another case where I have to finagle something because otherwise the red beam is going to interfere with the blue light. Yeah, this isn't gonna work either. Still doesn't work. But I can't use this inside track to get to the blue light because the blue lock is not... Sorry I'm so quiet, I'm just thinking. That's not gonna work. That's just... I should probably be doing better to explain my thought process, but I don't know, I'm just experimenting. Just so very confused because I basically can't do any inside tracks. Okay, maybe this is the way? No, but then that cuts across the beam again. I have to use at least 2 of these. Probably for red, simply because otherwise red will just keep cutting across the blue's light. I hate these one where it's just you gotta put the reflectors in a very, very, very specific place in order for it to work. I just think that's kind of annoying. I can't even see the second red lock from here. course, this would have been so much easier if they just put the lock on this wall. But it does seem to me like I am supposed to do a route around these walls. But I don't see how I can do that without cutting across the blue beam. Like, even when I can see both, both the lock and the blue beam, like, there's the red light. And it has to be way back here. So shouldn't that mean, and since the red light is on the right, or the red lock is on the right side, it would make sense to me if I had to do the red across the back here. But then when you go into here, you still need to open this lock. And there's no other way to do it except pretty much through this wall. I can't even see this lock. Yeah, the only way I can get this is like that. Same problem. Maybe I should be working like this instead, with the presumption that this has to be here in order for it to work. But I still can't get through because this is there. Oh, maybe I got it. Maybe I got it. Nope. Wow. Finally. Well, I would say that that was the right method, was setting up the blue one first. Okay, this is the one that I abandoned, right? No, windows into 11. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in section 7. It's time to go, but I don't want to finish yet. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this puzzle, and then we'll call it. Okay, there's a jammer. Here's another reflector. Probably that's gonna be like that, maybe. I see another reflector. But that's not useful, right? Because I can't get there. I can't get there because I need to open this door first. How do I get the jammer? Oh, here we go. Okay. Go ahead and use the jammer on this, mostly just to get a better idea. Oh, that has a red lock. There's a reflector again. Alright. This window. Okay, that's what we should prioritize right now. Now is getting that third reflector. not expect that. Oh, look, I need another. A lot of freaking red lights here. Okay. Okay, I'm certain that this needs to be lit up by a red light. I'm gonna set this aside. Don't need that anymore. Okay, do we need... I was gonna say, do we need our jammer here on this door? But then... we still need to get the red light through this door. So maybe leave this exactly... this setup exactly where it is right now. Yeah. Down the middle is probably where I need it to be. That's a door we don't need anymore. Oops, there's bars there. Yeah, this is impossible to get to from here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to use jammer on this door. But then there's that door. I can't use jammer on both doors. pretty sure I don't need this room again. Yeah, there's nothing here for me. Feel like this should have some promise then. So maybe instead of having this door open, yes, Hobbs? What is it? Okay. So now that we're in here, we can come in here. See how far. Oh. Oh, I can't do that because of the bars, right? Yeah, there are bars in the way there. Boo. Okay. I kind of got it. So we're gonna come here. We're gonna come here. So that we can then bring this in here. I do kind of wonder if this needs to be moved. Then I can do that. Hey, that's obviously not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. So it's like that. Okay, now, yeah, there we go. Done it. So then there really is, I think, one puzzle left in totality. Well, at least one puzzle. One puzzle left in this section. But then there's the tower to go to. Yeah, just that one. And I think we're done with all of them. Does it say somewhere where we got all of them? I don't think it does. I think we have to go to each section to see which ones we're still missing. But I'm pretty sure this is the last one, just period. We're so close, but it's late. So I need to call it a night. Thank you, Zomber, so much for hanging out and having a good time with me. I hope you're enjoying the Talos Principle, because I do think it is a very interesting game, and I mean, I'm already planning on playing the sequel, the Talos Principle 2. Maybe not immediately, just because I would like to take a break from the puzzle games. And potentially motion sickness. Yeah, and I have been working on the podcast. I have 4 episodes completed now. I know it doesn't seem like a lot. Definitely still some in the pipeline. I don't quite know when I plan on posting yet. I would kind of like to get a little bit further into the episodes that I have planned before I start posting, but I also kind of feel like I just need to start posting. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I hope you have a good next Thursday. Since I probably won't see you, have a good week. I will probably be here next Thursday. That does depend on how my week shapes out. Usually, yes, this is a priority, but sometimes things come up. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate understanding. I do need to buckle down a bit and get it done a little bit faster, but yes, I am working on it much more diligently right now, and that means my creative writing has now taken a backseat. So, you know, give or take, push and pull. All right. Thank you, Zomber, for showing up and having a chat with me. I really appreciate it. If there's anyone else who happens to be watching, I hope you enjoyed me puzzling my way through this game. Maybe next time we'll be able to actually end the game. I don't know. Will the heavenly doors open up in section C? Will we be able to explore the rest of the or will we have to explore the rest of the tower? I mean, I guess we'll find out. We'll see if there's an inciting incident and I jumped the gun a little bit too quickly. And maybe that will change my impression of the Talos Principle. I mean, I did have some change in my impression of it because, man, the serpent's really getting annoying. The computer is getting very annoying, and it's starting to make me wonder if they aren't the architecture, like, in control of this whole area, and Elohim isn't just its own construct. Because if Elohim was the god of this place, then naturally he should probably have dominion over the tower. But he doesn't. But you know what we do find there? The computer. But the computer also isn't the computer that we've been talking to with all of its philosophical ramblings and being a condescending jerk to us. The computer is pretty straightforward there. It's some archives and then unlocking the next floor. I guess we'll find out. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next episode. This is Kaolin, signing out.